I used to think betrayal was something that only happened in movies, something far away from my life. But I was wrong. I learned that the people you trust the most, the ones you take a bullet for, can sometimes be the ones who break you in ways you never imagined. My name's Adam, and this is the story of how my wife, my best friend, and even my own mother shattered my heart, and how I found the strength to stand up for myself when no one else would. I met Emily in college. She was the kind of woman who made a room feel brighter just by walking into it. We married young, but we were happy. At least, I thought we were. I worked long hours as an IT consultant to give her the life she deserved: nice house, vacations, security. Meanwhile, my best friend Jason was practically a brother to me. We'd been inseparable since childhood. He was there for every big moment of my life: my graduation, my wedding, even the day I bought my first house. But somewhere along the way, the people I loved most started seeing me differently: weaker, less exciting, less of a man, I guess. I didn't notice the small comments at first. Jason would joke about how I was too soft or married to my job. Emily started dressing up more when she knew Jason was coming over. My mom always had a strange soft spot for Jason. She used to say things like, "He's so confident, such a real man." I'd just laugh it off. Jason was family. I trusted him with everything. Then, one ordinary Friday, I came home early from a cancelled meeting. I walked into my house, calling Emily's name. No answer. The sound of laughter floated from the guest room, the room Jason stayed in sometimes after late-night drinks. I walked closer. That's when I heard it. Her voice. His voice. Whispering. Kissing. I froze. My heart pounded so hard I thought I might pass out. I didn't want to believe it, not Emily, not Jason. But when I opened that door, there was no mistaking what I saw. The woman I loved, tangled up with the man I trusted most. Emily gasped. Jason looked at me, not ashamed, just annoyed, like I'd interrupted something. I didn't yell. I couldn't. I just stood there, numb. Emily scrambled for words. "Adam, it's not what it looks like." But it was exactly what it looked like. I turned and left, shaking, my world collapsing with every step. That night, I went to my parents' house. I needed comfort, understanding, anything. But when I told my mom what happened, she didn't hug me. She didn't cry for me. Instead, she sighed, almost exasperated, and said words I'll never forget. "Adam, maybe you should try to understand her. Emily's young, beautiful, she just needs to feel desired. Maybe she needed a real man just once. A real man, just once." I stared at her, stunned. My own mother, the woman who raised me, was defending my wife's affair with my best friend. I asked her how she could say something like that. She shrugged, almost cold. "You've always been gentle, Adam. Maybe too gentle. Women need to feel alive." Alive. She was justifying the most painful betrayal of my life. I felt smaller than I ever had before, unloved, unwanted, somehow not enough. I didn't sleep that night. I drove back to my empty house and sat in the dark until morning, feeling like a stranger in my own life. But grief has a way of turning into resolve. Somewhere in those long hours, something inside me shifted. I realized I'd spent years trying to be the safe, dependable man everyone wanted me to be, and they used it against me. I wasn't going to scream or beg. I wasn't going to let them destroy me quietly, either. I started planning. First, I contacted a lawyer. Because while Emily and Jason were busy sneaking around, I'd been the one paying for the house, the car, the joint savings, everything. I discovered that our prenup, which I'd insisted on years ago despite my mom's protests, was ironclad. It protected my assets if Emily was unfaithful. Then I went through our shared accounts. Emily had no idea how much control I had over our finances. Quietly, I froze the credit cards I paid for. I moved my savings into a separate account. 2 weeks later, I invited Emily and Jason over, together. My mom came too. I wanted witnesses. I stayed calm, though my hands shook under the table. I told them I knew everything. I told Emily I'd be filing for divorce on grounds of adultery and that she'd get nothing, not the house, not the car, not my savings. Emily started crying, saying she'd made a mistake. Jason just stared at me, trying to look tough but clearly nervous. My mom tried to jump in. Adam, don't be cruel. You're better than this. But I finally stood up to her. For the first time in my life, I looked my mother in the eye and said, "No, Mom. I've spent my whole life being gentle, being the man everyone could count on. And all it got me was betrayal. I deserve respect. I deserve loyalty. And if you can't see that, then maybe you're not the person I need right now." The room went silent. I think it shocked everyone, including me. The divorce moved fast. Jason didn't stick around for Emily once the reality set in. My mom and we're distant now. Maybe one day we'll fix things, but right now I need distance from anyone who didn't stand by me when I needed them most. I won't pretend it was easy. Some nights, the loneliness still hits hard. But something changed in me through all this. I stopped apologizing for who I am. I started rebuilding new friends, new boundaries, new strength. And maybe most importantly, I learned this. Being gentle doesn't make you weak. Trusting people doesn't make you naive. But when someone betrays you, even if they're family, you have every right to walk away and protect yourself. Because at the end of the day, you teach people how to treat you. And I finally stopped teaching them that my kindness was a free pass to hurt me.